Hey YouTube, I'm Kyle, the Foreign Modder, and we're going to talk about the belts and the bearings. So why is Kyle, the Foreign Modder, crapping on about belts and bearings? Well, it's quite simple. When you try to achieve higher speeds and accelerations, you're going to put more stress and fatigue on the bearings and your belt. Especially when you tension them like I do. I probably over tension, however, my results speak for themselves. Currently, my x-axis is rated at 16,450 for acceleration. That is MZV at a rating hertz of 50.5. Now, when I noticed the weird thing was my Y graph is all over the place. It looks like Mount Kilimanjaro. I mean, seriously, there are peaks everywhere. And I spent a few days diagnosing it and figured out why. So with bearings, there's a rating called the ABEC bearing rating, ABEC, and that stands for the Annual Bearing Engineering Committee. They have ratings of 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. The higher the number, the higher quality and better tolerance that bearing is. My y-axis on the Rama for the belt, the lower bearing actually seizes a little bit. It doesn't spin freely. Same with the AB motor and, well, A and B. So I definitely have an issue. The bearing is binding and the belt tries to move back and forth, and it gives resistance. And that resistance at different frequencies is being picked up by the accelerometer and lowering my overall speed. I also notice artifacts when printing on the y-axis. Now, currently I've been able to tune them out by just lowering the overall speeds, but you can definitely see that those artifacts are there. They're definitely prevalent, see? But they are not there on the X, especially on the front of this. So how do we fix that? Quite simple. I ordered Berserker ABEC 9 bearings. They are about $2.50 each. Maybe they're, $1.59, I'm not sure, but they're kind of the high side for bearings, and you need 20 of them plus shipping. So that kind of sucks. However, the investment opportunity is here. So whether you buy a LDO kit, Fabrico, or something off of AliExpress to build your Voron, make sure that you spend the extra money from the savings you did and get yourself good bearings and good quality belts. So belts specifically, if you buy cheaper belts, and I have in the past, they definitely use more silicone than what should be. So a little more Kim Kardashian than, what you want, I guess, like this fake belt. Just get a good fabric-based belt like Gates, and you're not going to have a problem at all. Now, I am going to tell you that I did order the EPDM. I want to review it. I want to test it. It definitely is stronger feeling than the typical GT2. And Dan at West 3D has informed me of an update. So Gates has different ratings. They have the GT2, and then they have the GT2 EPDM, which is the ultra high heat stuff. It's definitely a lot stronger. It's not as flexible, but that's something I need for the speeds I'm running, right? I need a little stronger belt, less vibration in it. Then they have a GT3, which is between the EPDM and the regular GT2. So that's coming soon in the next month or so. So definitely keep an eye out for that. So back to belts and bearings. Having good bearings and good quality belt is going to save you a lifetime of headaches when you get to input shaping. I've seen too many times in the Discord server that change your belt, get a Gates, or get better bearings comes up. So I just want to make this video as kind of a service announcement. Now, one last thing before I let you go on ABEC rating. I am running the Heart K pin mod, as we have seen and discussed before. The pins, you want to make sure that they are of a GTP, which stands for ground turn polish, or bearing quality. Either one of those two acronyms or words is going to be great. Make sure you talk to whoever you're purchasing them from to ensure that they are that, because if they're not, you're going to be doing some sanding with the drill. Put the pin in the drill and hold the trigger with some emery cloth, trying to smooth it down. It's going to be a headache because your bearings are going to bind, and the higher the ABEC rating, the harder they will to fit on an imperfect cylindrical surface. So just make sure if you do the pin mod that you buy pins that are good known quality, and you're not going to have issues. And I just want to make that abundantly clear as I'm pushing 7 and 9 ABEC rating bearings, and that means the tolerances are that much tighter. The other cause effect is your bearings aren't going to wobble as much because the center of the bearing has nowhere to go but stay flat, and that's what you want. Thank you very much for watching this. I'm Kyle, the Foreign Modder. Please like and subscribe.